Today we are going to talk about inflation. Now, what is inflation? Inflation is nothing but increase in price of goods and services. So now we come to what are the causes and what causes inflation. The causes can be increased income. So if every person has more income or disposable money, which they can spend, then obviously the price of goods and services will increase. Second would be, increased population and demand. Suppose the population is increasing, so same thing is required by many people, so automatically if many people are going for the same thing, the price of that particular thing will increase. Third would be government policies. Government policies, like you have learned in the last lecture, like increased money supply, or government may increase the money supply in the market, which will increase the prices of the product in the market. Also, there is something called as deficit financing, which means that you borrow a lot of money to fulfill your current needs, buying needs. That is called deficit financing. So suppose you need 200 crores for something, so you borrow it even if you cannot afford it. So if such kind of borrowing happens in the economy, large amount of borrowing happens in the economy, again it will increase to the price of goods and services. And lastly, one of the most important is hoarding or speculation. Like, say, what this middleman will do is they will think that okay, the price of onion is going to rise, so what they will do is they will buy a lot of onion and not sell in the market. They will keep it with them, they will hoard it. So what will happen is suddenly there is artificial created deficiency of supply in onion in the market, and hence if the supply of the onion goes in the market, the price will rise. So hoarding and speculation also causes increase in the prices, and hence it kind of causes inflation. Now, what is the impact of inflation? Is basically, obviously, for a middle class or a lower poor family, it causes the imbalance of family budget. So suppose you have planned a family budget, so if the prices of goods and services increase, suddenly your family budget is impacted. Second point is, inflation has more effect on poor and middle class people. Now I will give you an example. For example, suppose a poor person earns 1000 rupees and a middle class earns 5000 rupees. Poor person spends 800 rupees on food and essential items because he is not earning much, he cannot afford anything extra, so he is earning and 800 rupees, everything he is spending on food and essential. Similarly, middle class is earning he is spending 3000 on the same food and essential items. What happens if inflation, this 3000, even if it increases something, it becomes 4000 rupees, and this 800 becomes 1000 rupees. So what happens? This both has increased, and they are the people, someone rich, suppose they are earning 50,000 rupees, and even if this they spend on essential is 15,000, even if it becomes 25,000, still they are left with a lot of saving, 25,000. So their only saving decreases, but here they cannot even go for their essential items. So impact of inflation is more on poor people. Third most important is, obviously, because hoarding and everything happens, so it profits to middlemen and manufacturers because they increase the price, so there is a lot of profit to the middleman and manufacturers. There is another very important term which is very often asked, is called hyperinflation. Now, a little bit of inflation will always happen in the economy, and it is also wanted in the economy, which is how the growth will come. But when this inflation becomes uncontrolled or high, This is called hyperinflation. So uncontrolled and very high inflation is called hyperinflation. Thank you.